how's the Japanese server, by the way?
Oh, I've only ever played NA and Japan, and I live in Hong Kong, so like Japan server, the ping's better for
I
me
see.
compared
I
to NA.
see.
Yeah.
All right. First of all, I'm just gonna go over some general stuff. When you use, I think this would be like Twitch specific, but if you've seen my other coaching videos, I'm always like, you want to get good value out of your abilities, right?
Yeah.
So when I see a cask, I want to see it thrown at the 80 carry, pretty much. Nine times out of 10, you throw it on the 80 carry when they want to pressure you. If they're not pressuring you, you don't really need to throw it. So you either throw it to like push them away, pretty much. So
I see.
like you like hit all the minions, which if you're trying to like instantly kill them all and push them back or something, that is the correct move. But I think here what you want to do is I don't think you're trying to back here, right? You just got back to lane.
Yeah.
You should be throwing it on the Jhin to prevent him going where he wants to go. And what that means is if he's trying to run at you and trying to trade with you, you want to throw it between you and him, with him being like near the middle, like in this outer edge. If he's trying to run away, you throw it behind him, right? Does that make sense?
I think so. So like
Also-
when he's going for CS or something.
Yeah. Also,
Or-
what the
yeah.
fuck? Wait. Okay.
It's
Hold
silver.
up.
It's silver.
What rank is this? Real quick.
It's silver.
Oh, okay. That might explain it. Here, usually I don't really teach this nowadays, but in your case,
I was trying to like freeze.
yeah, you can freeze.
Because like there's just 20 minutes. That's
Yeah,
why I threw the
you can
cast
permanently
earlier.
freeze this for like 5 minutes. Yeah. You just
But I probably screwed it up, and then Morgana.
yeah. Don't if you're trying to freeze, don't auto attack at all. That's the
Yeah.
easiest way to do it. This is very it may or may not freeze. I'm leaning towards not freezing.
Yeah.
Because this minion's about to die. Yeah. So let's fast forward. So far so good.
I'm not good at maintaining permanent freezes. Like when there are like a lot of minions, it usually crashes in the tower, and I don't really know how to like save it. When there are like 3 or 4 minions, I can like hold it for like a few waves, but then pushes back.
So if you're in this area of the lane, what you want to do is you want 6 minions on the enemy team. 6 more enemy minions than yours. So say you have 6 and they have 12. That'll freeze, right? But if you have 5 or less, it's not going to freeze. In this area, this is like about 5 minions. They need more. They need 5 minions more than you to freeze. Here's 4, 3, 2, and then here's like one auto attack will push, right? So and then it's the same thing on the other opposite side, if that makes any sense.
Yeah.
So right outside your tower is 6, and then it just goes to 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0, or like barely any. So yeah.
I read online that like 4 was outside tower.
No,
But, I haven't
no.
actually tested out.
You need like 5 or 6.
Yeah.
5 is bare minimum, I think. 5 is like pushing it. Okay, this guy is so free.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you just
Where
kill
I
this
get
guy.
my,
You
ability.
also want to use your Q. Yeah, I was gonna say use your Q, but I think this was played fine. No need to worry about that. Let's fast forward. You obviously push this, right? You could probably back for free here after you push this, or you can stay. That's also an option. Okay, stay for the tower damage. That's fine. Going to help. This is good. This is good. So far, so good. I think throwing the cast is acceptable as long as you get this guy. Okay, this is kind of awkward.
Yeah.
So my initial thoughts are that when you throw the cask, right?
Yeah.
You don't want them. The best case scenario is that they have no way to get out of it except for move, right?
Okay.
Except for walking away. So say they have an Ezreal, throwing a cask on top of him does nothing because he blinks out, right?
So I just wait for him to blink and then I throw it.
Yes. Or throw it to where you think they're going, right? So in this case, if you throw it on top of the lantern,
And like he's just gonna like lantern out.
yeah, exactly, or something like that. So here you throw it on Thresh so that they literally cannot take the lantern, or otherwise they get screwed, right?
Yep.
Always try and think about that for Twitch, especially like cask. It seems like cask is an easy ability to use because it's like AOE and it's like pretty good range, but using it to the maximum ability is actually really hard. So.
Okay. So I should like use him more carefully.
Right, yeah. Like when I'm like here, I'm already thinking about where do I want to cast. And if you don't see any good cast, you hold on to it.
Okay.
So you need very good value. Otherwise, you hold on to it. Like I always make this mistake every single game. I'm just like throwing it, and then I'm like, shit, I shouldn't have done that.
Yeah.
It's actually it'll net you kills surprisingly. It's like your only CC ability. So
Okay.
so that's like throw it on top of him pretty much. Throw it on top when they can't run away. Okay, let's watch this.
This is free as well.
Yeah, this is pretty free. Like this is perfect cask, right? He has to walk through it to get away. I don't know. He just kills himself. That's good, right? Okay. So far, so good. This is really good.
Well,
Here.
there's a game where their laning wasn't too good, so I managed to get ahead, and like Thresh just killed himself like 3 times.
So this is like a backing thing, but you want to back when you have meaningful buys, right?
Okay.
Does that make sense? So and the way we define meaningful is, will buying this item affect your fighting potential? So say it's 50 minutes in, and you're selling boots to buy Phantom Dancer. That's like a meaningful buy, right? And but if you say you're like 5 minutes in the game and you back to buy a longsword and it's like you lose CS for it, that's not a meaningful buy, right? Because it won't impact your laning as much as it should for losing the minions. So here, this is the opposite case. You want to back because a BF sword and boots will greatly impact your laning, right?
Okay.
Because you will destroy them, and you can't push as fast enough, and it's pushing towards you. So these 3 things make me say I want to back here. You know it's pushing towards you because you have 1 more minion than them in the middle of the wave, right? If we were discussing the how many more minions do they need here? They need 1 auto attack really, but 1 more minion guarantees it pushes to you. Second thing, they can't push it into your tower because it's a cannon wave. If you've heard about you want to back on cannon waves, that's why.
Yeah.
That's why, right? And third, you have a lot of money. So for a meaningful buy, if you did not have say you had like 300 gold for just boots, I would not have backed, right? Oh wow, okay, you are backing. Okay, good. All right, no, never mind. Yeah, I would have backed here. Because even though you're like super strong and you have a lot of money, you haven't bought.
I thought Jhin was there, so I thought like he was gonna finish all the way. So I was like, I'm just gonna stay because I don't want to miss CS.
Here's another thing. That is good thinking. Unless it is good to think that, but if you go back to this point, like 30 seconds in advance, like right here, if you back right now, he can't push it in. It's like you want to think about when you want to back in advance, if that makes any sense. It's like hard to do. It's like not easy to do. I like have troubles with it too. But say you see a cannon wave coming down the lane, and you say, all right, I'm gonna push this and back immediately. That's like what you should be trying to think in lane, in my opinion. Don't worry about like trading. What you want to be thinking about is like good back times. Good back times, good value, not dying to ganks. And then after that, if you can accomplish those 3 things on the menu, then you do pushing to bait a gank and then not dying to that, and then watching out for TP ganks. So I think that's the order of lane value you want. So here you want to push and back. That's fine. Seems good so far. Getting a blade, I think that's okay. I have no problems there. Pushing out. Here, I'm thinking you should be scared because Morgana's roaming, and there's 3 people on the map missing, but we'll see what happens. You have flash, so if you bait a gank, that's still good. Okay, Thresh is like someone coming down. Yeah. Okay, Lee's okay, so it's just Thresh and Jhin. You can outplay that, I'm pretty sure. This is good, this is good. Staying safe is very good. Okay, you're totally gonna kill these guys if they get binded. Okay, never mind. Let's fast forward. This is all good. As long as you're not missing free CS, this is like almost a perfect lane, I would say.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
So this is really good.
Should I be staying in lane and just trying to get tower and after that roaming afterwards?
So since you're winning lane, you have a lot of options as Twitch. If the enemy millionaire has no escape ability, it's a Cassiopeia, it's an Orianna, it's a Victor, any of those, you can roam mid really easily. What you do is on your back, you have 2nd tier boots, you run down mid, and you just like throw a cask behind them. They have to use their flash, or hold on to your cask, wait till they flash, and throw it behind them. Right? So that's really free. But if it's like an Echo, if it's like a Fizz, I wouldn't try and gank mid. But yeah, if you're winning on Twitch, what you can do is push out. You can getting the tower is fine. But if you see an opportunity to push out and then roam mid and go invisible, and you know they have no wards, that's like a free gank for your team. I'll always try that.
I've done it a few games and it's worked out pretty well.
Yeah. Right. Like it's a really good strategy. This is awkward. Okay. We can walk through this. So here, you have to assume their Lee Sin's in here, right?
Okay.
Because you don't know where he is. Actually, someone pings missing ping. Was that Morgana? Yeah, that's Morgana.
Yes.
Trying to read the katakana. Anyways, you have to assume he's here. If like especially for lane, actually at all points of the game, if you don't know where the enemy team is, you must assume the worst. Like they're coming for you. Like right now they're coming for you. Like that should be your mindset. Because if they do and you don't die to that or you have a counter gank ready, then you'll win, right? You cannot lose if you assume the worst case, right? So here checking this bush. It didn't matter if it was Thresh, Lee, whatever. It could have been like the weakest support and the weakest jungler. You would still die here without your Jhin. But especially since it's like a Thresh and a Lee, there's no way you win this, right? He should have hooked you immediately in a lantern. For the fighting, you can honestly blame your Morgana for not shooting you, but
but it's on.
I think the main point, like the main point here is that you have to know this Lee is coming. You have to assume this Lee is coming. Even though you get hit, it's like it's still okay. You just run here, but you literally have to assume this guy's coming. Like you can say that technically you won this gank because you killed someone, and that's like really good because you drew jungle pressure. But this could have been like, since you were so strong, it should have been a lot better.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, like I think your team's gonna like kill a bunch of people, but even if they do or if they don't, I think you could have played it a lot better. Pretty much assume that the jungler is ganking you at all times. Yeah, they didn't get anyone. So yeah, even though your Morgana made a mistake, it's still
It's still on me to I'm going.
Exactly. You're the only guy on your team that's there every single game, right? So like if you were watching stream, like I had my last game. Were you watching stream?
Kind of.
Yeah, there's nothing I could have done that game, right? So so it's like important to not get tilted and just like focus on yourself, right? So if I ever seem like super harsh on you, that's like what I'm thinking.
No, it's fine. It's just I'm like just learning to get better.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Good to know. Honestly, I probably wouldn't have bought pots, but it shouldn't matter too much. Anyways, we get a tower here. Say again.
Should I be buying refillables because it's more like cost efficient?
You like if you think you need it, you buy refillable, right? But like in this lane especially, it's Jhin Thresh, so you're not gonna be trading. It's gonna be all in or nothing.
Yeah.
So potions don't matter a lot less. And since laning phase is over, you probably definitely don't want potions. But I do like the fact that you buy pink ward. That's like really good. A lot of people don't buy pink wards when they should. Pretty much. You buy pink on every back, even if you already have one on the field. So keep that in mind. This is good. Going for this blue. You guys are ahead. You guys are in control of this side of the map. Going for this is super free because they have to face check, right? There's no way they dodge a bind. Going invisible, that's fine. Okay, this is starting to look bad because their victor is probably coming. So you just hightail it out of here. Right. Okay. Good. You can probably go for this Jhin, or you can go for mid. You have a few options here. Just when you do stuff like this, be careful. There's no wards here because I've gotten screwed.
I think I walked over a ward or something. Did I? No, I didn't.
I'm not sure, but I've gotten screwed by pinks in these bushes. So always be careful of that. Interesting. Going back bot to farm. This is fine. You wanna keep pushing bot in. Until you can find something. Until your team finds something like this. Yeah, this is good. Dude, so far it's like pretty clean. Especially for silver. So
Japan silver is actually surprisingly like good, I think, compared to NA.
Say what?
Like I've seen a lot of Japan silver is like surprisingly good, I think, compared to NA. Like their map awareness is a lot better.
Yeah, I think everyone says that about the Asian servers, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, here there's nothing you could have done. I think that's fine. Okay, what's going on here? Let's watch this. Okay, let's back it up. What you want to do is whenever this goes for every champion, all right? So whenever you see a skill shot ability that can be landed in a small window of time, you do it first, even if it means losing an auto attack. So for example, if you're playing Caitlyn and you can see you trap them, you don't go for the auto trap because getting the trap down is the most important thing. And for something like Jhin, if you can like auto W, right? If you can root them after an auto attack, and you think you'll miss if you throw in the auto, or your chances of missing increase, you just throw the W only. Okay. So when I see this, I would only throw the cask first. Throw the cask immediately, right? Because when I see this, I'm like, this is timing. This is timing based. So you need to throw that cask on top of these guys as soon as possible. And then even here, like you could say, I mean, it is okay to save it, but you got to use it at some point, I think, to save this fight.
I think I just forgot to use it.
Oh, that's awkward. Yeah, when you fight, the best way. This is kind of advanced, so don't worry if you don't want to focus on this right now. But maybe for future, when you're watching this replay again, and you'll come back to this. When you fight, you should be planning everything in your head. So like, what are you gonna do immediately when you come out, right? And what are they gonna do? So what are you gonna do in response? So you should be thinking, I'm going to pop my ult immediately, auto attack W, auto dodge this Lee Sin Q, and then that's like your basic plan, right? And then beyond that, you have like general idea of like, I'm a Blade the Ruin King. If we're winning, we chase Blade the Ruin King, or if we're losing, I use it to escape. So that's like my like thinking. And if anything goes wrong, I'll have to flash a thresh hook, or like that's pretty much it actually. But yeah,
I've been working on trying to like sort of come up with a plan, but like every time I get in this fight, I just get panicked.
Yeah, no,
I
that
can't think of anything.
Dude, that happens to every dude. It's definitely not just you, dude. Everyone just goes into like fight or flight mode and like stops thinking. It's like hard to do, but if you can practice doing that, like every game, I promise you'll get used to it, and it'll start like making sense. You just like at first you only be able to plan like one step or two steps at a time, like auto and then throw a cask. But if you do it like enough times, you'll start to build on how many like possibilities you can come up with. So maybe keep that in mind for fighting. But I think here this is just a product of like a 4v5. I think here you just gotta run. At one point you just gotta recognize that you cannot win, so you just run away. You just probably want to use Blade the Ruin King and just walk away here. I think here you just turn like you can't die if you walk away, right? I think you die because you turn around here.
Oh yeah.
Right. So
I should have like went into minions.
So I think my commentary for that fight is, unless you have a very clear plan on outplaying the opponent, you should always play to live, if that makes sense. Like.
Yeah, I've heard you say that phrase quite a few times.
I tell everyone, I always, in every game, I'm always like, all right, I'm not going to die. I'm going to hit this guy only if I can't die. And if I can't hit him without dying, then I don't do it, right? If it's not planned out, then it's not good, even if it works. Like, the outcome doesn't matter, right? That's why you hear some people say the outcome doesn't matter. It's like the planning matters the most, and execution matters the most. So... Like, if someone makes a bad play in bronze and then they have like a good outcome, they're like, "Oh wait, it was the correct play." That's not true.
But it's not like good EV.
So here, I think going mid is fine. The game plan with Twitch is you want to pretty much let your team bait the enemy into ganking them, and then you show up and you kill them. So going mid here is good because the hope is that the enemy will engage on your team, but not sure. This is like some ARAM stuff going on here. You're just like waiting for something to happen. This could be dangerous. No, actually, it's fine. You see where they are. So this is fine. This is fine. Just trying to like make something happen mid. So one a good pink ward for Twitch especially is here, so they don't know when you're walking through here, like so you can stand here and use your ambush whenever, or here to make sure they don't see you, right? So these are great spots for trying to gank mid. This is like good mid control.
Yeah, I see.
Honestly, you should just tell your Echo to go bot. Your Morgana kills himself, that's not your fault. Yeah, Echo goes bot. So here, since your support is dead as a 4v5, you just don't want to do anything except wave clear if possible. So here, using cask on the wave would be a good value because it prevents them from pushing in and using their man advantage. So yeah, like that. Perfect. Okay, this is kind of awkward.
And then here, yeah.
So, here, this is like, you just want to play in a way that you can never die, no matter what happens. Here, since your whole team, like, I wouldn't even try and defend this because your whole team is not even trying to help you. Because what if Thresh flashes over and lanterns someone? You just, like, cannot survive, right?
Yeah.
Always, like, assume this is, like, honestly, this is, like, another, like, assume the worst. But, like, a general tip is maybe sit, like, behind the tower when you don't have man advantage. There's, like, nothing you can do here, right? There's, like, actually nothing you can do here. So the problem laid within your positioning. So, like, pretty much you just can't die no matter what happens. In this scenario, what might help you is sitting behind towers, or if you're trying to siege a tower, don't auto attack the tower unless it's like you cannot die no matter what. Pretty much everything you do should not lead to death. If that makes any sense.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, when I saw that Morgana dying, it's just like, yeah, that mid tower is probably gone. So, like, honestly, like, give up towers if you have to. It's never worth dying to defend the tower. At least in this meta. Here, you're just waiting for something to happen. I think this is fine. You have flash up, so that's good. There's potential to make plays. Okay, let's watch what's going on here. So here, okay. So for Twitch, the way you kill people is you ult them from a range and they can't get away, right?
Yeah.
So the main way people can't get away is if they're slowed by Twitch cask. So when I see you open up here, you need to have thrown that cask first, or after that one auto attack. Or you have to Blade the Ring King him. You don't have to cask because you have the Blade the Ring King. You can save cask, but the only way you're gonna kill this guy is if you slow him, right? Because he's just gonna walk away if you don't. Right? If you had slowed him here, he's dead 100%. Because he didn't, or unless he had flash or something. But yeah, that's yeah, I think that's you could have cast here. Okay, this is fine. You're just gonna get away, I hope. Oh, that's awkward. Okay, you still get away. That's okay. That's fine. I don't really worry about the mechanics side of things, like trying to dodge that kind of skill shot. Going for red is fine. Yeah, I think your team is pretty tilted. They're all just like killing themselves now. Yeah. Don't fight that guy. Good. You just give up this tower if you have to. Yeah, you're gonna have to give up that tower when that Jhin dies. Oh, Jesus Christ. It's an interesting game, but the thing to know here is that hold up, let's watch this. Okay, this is free. Yeah, the whole cask thing, as usual.
Yeah, I keep forgetting casks during fights.
You kill this guy. Oh wow, you don't kill this guy. What?
I autoed the minions like once or twice or something.
Wow, that was close.
I think. Yeah.
Honestly, it's fine. Don't worry about that. I think that was good. You did good. But remember the cask, pretty much.
Yeah. I just gotta remember the cask.
Yeah. When you fight, before you pop out of stealth, you need to know exactly what you're gonna do and how you're gonna do it, right?
Yeah.
It may sound like I'm repeating myself, but I have to remind myself on Twitch too. Like when I pop out, I'm like, all right, auto Blade the Ring King, auto cask, auto. That's what I'm thinking, and then I'll do it right before I do it. Right before I pop out, I'll be like, all right, that's what I'm gonna do. Twitch is just honestly kind of hard to learn because he's like not like the standard AD carry. He every time you fight, it's pretty much popping out of ambush, and then everything has to be planned. Other AD carries can sit back and like wait for like easy opportunities, but Twitch can't really do that as well. I mean, he can, but it's not as effective. Okay. This is all good. I think your team is just like killing themselves.
You see that again.
I think you can help these guys. Okay, hold up. Let's back it up here. I think you can remember the whole. I think you can throw a cask here and force a lantern or something here. You can do something here, I think. Like go for the thresh, or you don't have to use your ult when you pop out an ambush, right? So if you just like, oh wow, what's going on? If you just aim the thresh, I think he's free. But here you can't win this. So when you see this, just remember when you ult, what's the game plan here, right? You can get like damage off him, but at this point you need like a big ult in order to win. So
I like my thought here was that we could put. I was thinking we could chase or something, and so I could like potentially kill Jhin, but then it's not really a well thought out plan.
Yeah,
that was just like my impulsive thoughts.
That's So to fix that, it's like you need to see it in your head. So if you had Blade of the Rain King him, I can see it working, right? I can see it working with 6 auto attacks and then expunge. But if you don't Blade of the Rain King him, or if he flashes, then it doesn't work, right? So it's very much like every step must be planned out in your head. And I think that's like the problem. That and the like the whole not dying. Yeah, I don't know what's going on here, but that and the whole not dying thing is really the only two main concerns for this replay for sure. Like you're laning, like you slaughtered them. I have no problems there. Maybe like back timings, but I think for Silver it was like perfectly good. It's just that when you fight, it must be planned. It must be every time. When you touch another champion with anything, you need to know what the plan is, right? So even when you do trades in lane, it's like when do you stop, or when do you decide to keep going?
Okay.
Right.
Just having a plan for everything before I go in, and trying to like think like 2 or 3 steps ahead.
Exactly.
Okay.
Do you want to go back through anything in this replay, or we can go to the next?
Let's go to the next one.
Okay, sweet. All right, this is lane. Oh wow. Okay, someone gets hooked. Seems good. Wait, what's their lane? I can't. Okay, here we go. Talia, Ezreal. Okay, I think Pots is fine in here. Longsword Pots, perfectly fine.
I think here, like in this game, I didn't know what Talia support was like, so I got like slaughtered by her pretty hard.
Yeah, Talia. I was gonna say Talia destroys Twitch.
Yeah.
So I think you just. Anyways, you have Blitz, so the whole lane you're just trying to wait for a hook.
Yeah.
Here laning, there's not too much you can do. You can try and fight for level 2 if they let you, but if they don't, there's nothing you can do about it. I think you can kind of go for it. You just hit this melee minion, right?
I think I went just for a cask or something.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Sometimes it is better when you're on the defensive. Maybe consider leveling Q. So, and what I mean by defensive is if their lane is like super insanely strong, or their jungler is like Elise, and you take Q level 2 to prevent stuff like a level 3 gank or something like that. Okay, wow, nice. Okay, that's a good. This is a good cask, right? Because she flashed into it, right?
Yeah.
That's really good. Wow, that's a free flash. I think the expunge there is okay. As a general rule of thumb, you want 3 stacks or more, unless they have like low health or something like that. So I think this is fine. But yeah, as a general rule of thumb. So let's keep fast forwarding. I think you just push here and just wait for another hook, right? Should be good. You can increase your chances of getting a hook by throwing a cast directly on top of Talia, and then Blitzcrank can maybe like find the hook because she has no flash. But
yeah, here or not here. There's a moment later where I get chunked pretty hard. Trade.
When I see this, it's just like, I know what you're trying to do, right? You want to get the good trade. You want to like throw a cask and come out, auto attack, trade, run away, right?
Yeah.
But what's the problem is what happens if their jungler is like right here, right?
Oh yeah, that's true.
So when I see this, I instinctively think it just cannot work. Like you'll be in trouble if the jungler's there. So be very There's just like no way. Okay, let's back it up. Also, this is the whole. It's just like repeating myself, but the whole what's gonna happen when you come out of stealth. She's just gonna try and go for the knockback, right? And there's nothing if you have no plan against that, right? Then you're gonna get hit by it.
Then I can't. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's just that. As a general rule of thumb, in a hook lane or like something where your support needs to land their skill shot in order to win, you let them do it first. Say
Okay.
it's you have a Morgana support. You don't do anything unless she lands bind. Say it's a Taric support. You don't do anything unless he lands stun because you can't control his skill shot. So if you try and fight and then he misses his skill shot in the middle of the fight, you're gonna lose. So, in this lane, what I'm thinking is I'm gonna let this Blitz do everything first. And
Okay.
maybe I throw a cask to help him, but I don't go first unless it's like guaranteed.
Just like nothing I can do to sort of like besides doing the cast that can help. him
Exactly,
sort of-
exactly,
Yeah.
exactly.
Okay.
There's nothing you can do to help guarantee unless you're like Jhin and then you root and then there's like no
Yeah.
way he can miss. Yeah, right. Supposedly no way he can miss. But yeah. So here, just be very afraid of this Talia W now, right? There's no
Yeah.
you have no way to stop it.
I've gone scarred.
Yeah, you're probably when you do you know the range on it? If
I
not,
have no idea.
yeah, if not, then it's like kind of awkward. It's pretty much
Yeah.
like this
I mean,
Ezreal
it's the first
Q
time
range.
I've kind of directly played against Talia, so
The range is like from here to the range minions. Yeah, it's kind of awkward if
wow.
you've never played
Yeah.
against it. If you've never played against, always play to the safe side, right?
Yeah.
Like here, she can hit you here. So I'm very scared. Oh yeah, I'm like very scared when I see that.
Mhm.
So we can fast forward this. Here, you're just trying to farm, right? Twitch outscales Ezreal.
Yeah.
You don't really have to do anything. Okay, what's going on here? Okay, if you want to revisit the cask idea,
then just wait for him to E first, and then I can like cast where he E's.
yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Or alternative, you can cask the support. There are a few options here, but the main one is don't use it on someone who's gonna get out anyways, right?
Yeah.
So, do. Okay, you have a gank coming, so this should be free. If you can cask, so if you have mana advantage and you think you're gonna win this fight, like even if they have their jungler or something, you go for the cask behind on the guy who can't escape, which is Talia.
Okay.
So you can like go invisible in this bush, run up, throw a cask, run away while they try and hit you, and then your whole team's like on the way in and they're slowed. So that's what I would be doing here if I were you.
Here I just awkwardly run up.
I mean, it works, so I
Then,
think it's
yeah.
fine. He's guaranteed dead, hopefully, right? So going for Ezreal here is also
Yeah.
very good. He's gonna blow his flash. Okay, wow, you might kill him. Oh no, never mind. Oh yeah, you just stop here. Okay, good. That was very well done. Perfect, almost perfect. That was the correct idea. Okay, yeah, seems good. Okay, here I don't know what this guy's doing, but their jungler could be here, right? So don't if they are gonna kill themselves, don't join them, right?
Okay. I think I joined them.
Here, when I see this, I'm like, there's no way this is gonna work, right? Because
Yeah.
one, he can dodge the hook, and two, he can flash it to guarantee a dodge. And Sejuani can't really catch up. So what I'm thinking is that this jungler is like over the wall, he's just gonna kill everyone, or he's like over here, he's just gonna kill everyone. If your team ever does something stupid, if your team does something you think is stupid, don't trust
And
them.
just don't follow it.
Do not trust them. Do not trust your team ever in SoloQ. In my opinion, I don't think you should trust your team to do anything. Here I think danger. Okay, you see the jungler up here, so that's fine. I'm just always be concerned that the jungler could be here. I get caught by this all the time. Oh, also, if you can't push fast enough, you should just back.
So like even if it's gonna be pushing towards them
Um,
slowly.
I know. Yeah. Like, I know what you're saying. It's gonna slow push towards them.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's like
The back is more important.
no, not just that. It's like you can't push this fast enough, so they're gonna freeze this no matter what, right? So you have one option: you back now, you lose all these minions, and then they freeze, or two, you try and push now, and you might get punished because they're coming in while you're trying to push, and then they freeze anyways. So
Okay.
that's my reasoning. I think you can like kill all these and run, but just be very careful because they've been dead for a while, so they can just come around and like walk up to you, and you have no way to get away.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, perfect. This is the kind of back. You know exactly when to back. That's what you should try and learn in lane. Knowing exactly when you want to back. So he freezes anyways. There's nothing you can do about it. This is fine. This is the best outcome, I think. So it's good that happened, but be wary that you can die if you try and go for stuff like that.
Okay.
It's like a dangerous option in my opinion, because this Talia can solo you when you have no flash. You can say you use Q to get away, but she gets like hella move speed by walking up along this corner while you're trying to farm. So here you just wait for hooks, right? Same old stuff. Nothing
Just
much
waiting
to
for
it,
wave
really.
to come to her.
Right. The mindset for Twitch is that you don't have to do anything because you're like a late game god. So
Okay.
right here, this is considered doing something. It's like there's no way. I don't think there's any way you can win this, honestly. Especially if
I was thinking of
jungler's
trading because she used her
her
thing,
E,
her
right?
combo.
That's like a
Yeah.
bait. Because her real damage comes from her Q. Even though she doesn't have the
Oh.
combo, you die if you get hit by anything, honestly.
Okay.
So, and they're jungler again. So, it has to be. Everything has to be planned out before you fight. That's what I'm trying to get down to. Because a lot of people, no one does that in League, right?
Mhm.
Like even challenger people, some of them don't do it, right? So the reason why people in the higher ranks can beat everyone in the lower ranks like consistently, like every game, like you see the unranked challenger people, they have like 34-0 like win-loss ratio. It's because they know what's gonna happen before it's gonna happen.
Okay.
So when I see this, I have no idea what is gonna happen. It's like not. It needs to be very very planned. Like this blitz landing something is too variable. They can always land a skill shot when you come out. This is like to me this is dangerous. You have to like the worst case scenario is that when you come out they immediately throw their Qs at you and you have no way out. So you have to plan for that, right? And a jungler could come out. So I'm like very scared when I see something like this. Yeah, there was like no way to win this. It has to be very clear in your head. This is gonna happen and then you win. So I think your blitz dies because of that, and you can't win this again, right? Even though you got ultimate, there's no way to kill that Ezreal. He can just like walk away. So, but yeah, he can also just kill you. So I think I think what you should work on for the most part is have a plan for everything. Have a plan for backing. Have a plan for if he tries to hit me when I CS, what's my reaction? Have a plan for when I come out of stealth. What is gonna happen? What is their response? Are they gonna turn on me or are they gonna run away? And so you can throw a cask based on what you think, or you can hold on to the cask, or you can use Blade of the Ruined King instead. You just have to have a plan, right? If they have flash, or if you don't know they have flash, assume they're gonna flash at the best possible moment, right? That's how you never lose another fight again. If you plan for everything, and execute it correctly, then you will beat every single person in this game, 100%, even Faker, because like if you have a plan and Faker doesn't, or if your plan is better than his, you're gonna win, right? That's just how the game works, and you can execute it. That's the second part, but the first part is making a plan. The execution is like, can you like auto attack cancel and stuff like that, or can you like the plan is to flash the Sona ult when you come out. Can you flash the Sona ult if you can expect it? That's like the mechanics part of it. But the first part is you need a plan before you can do the mechanics even, right? Before you can even get to the mechanics part, you need to plan everything out. So like I think like your farming is fine, and like landing is fine, but I think you should try and like figure out exactly what you want to do, and when you plan that stuff, you should have high value on everything, like good value on your cask, good value on your ult, stuff like that. Like you have the right idea sometimes. Like, oh hold on, what's going on here? Oh wow. Okay, yeah, Hecarim's gonna kill everyone. Wow, wasn't that bad? Okay, let's back it up here. So when I see this, I'm thinking, I let Sejuani go first, and then I join in. So I think this is honestly, you can say you're baiting them. I think this is fine. But worst case scenario, Hecarim comes in. Okay, this is good. It's just like I think the outcome was fine. Honestly, I think this is okay. Wait, what do I even say about this? It's not that bad, but
I guess like dodging the combo would have not got me as chunked, and so I would have more health to play around with for a Hecarim. That's just mechanics.
when I see this, you can't get away, right?
Yeah.
So don't use flash. I think that's the best. That's the best. That's the best thing here I can say. I think when you see, I think the baiting was fine. When you see this though, when you're guaranteed to be dead, you shouldn't use flash. I don't think. Honestly, I think it was an okay outcome. It's just that when you're baiting a gank, you're trying to so the way like baiting a gank work the way baiting works is that you're pretending to be weak so the enemy fights you, right?
Oh yeah.
That's like the base concept behind baiting. And so you want to put yourself in a bad position, but not in a position so bad you lose a 2v3. And then to expand upon that, not in such a bad position where you lose a 3v3. And like that's the worst case scenario. This turns into a 3v3. And then if you want to go even further in the LCS or like LCK, teams plan for teleports as well. So you want to give them something appealing, but not too appealing. So this is too appealing, I think, when they can hit you with this Talia W. I think here you should just throw a cask and try and focus your whole time on dodging. You don't even need to auto attack anything. All you need to do is slow this guy to kill him. Yeah, if he has no flash, you slow this guy down. Sejuani ults him for free, and then Blitzcrank, you cannot miss, right? And then you kill him for free without losing any health. I think that's what you should be looking to do in this situation. It is. I mean, like this would be good if Hecarim wasn't here, but he was.
But then he showed up.
Yeah. So, it's like this is honestly I wouldn't worry about this too much. This is like super advanced, I think, but
This is something to keep in mind.
yeah. For future, when you look back at this video and you've already worked on all the big things you need to work on, here's another thing to work on, right?
Okay.
Let's fast forward. So the game plan here is to still scale. So you're just fine with just farming, and you just wait for a Blitzcrank hook. That's all you can do in this lane. Okay, he misses. That's like whatever. It doesn't have anything to do with you. I know you're like trying to go for Ezreal, right? But I think the problem here is that when I see this, say they're trying to hit this Talia and Ezreal's trying to hit them, and then you pop out and try and hit Ezreal. The worst case scenario is that he arcane shifts and you can no longer hit him. So it's like wasted time, if that makes any sense. It's not wasted time. It's good that you get his escape, but you need to kill this guy before he does any damage, because if he does enough damage, this Hecarim is gonna come out and kill everyone again.
Okay.
That's what I'm thinking right now, right? Or if he flashes over the wall, you guys are screwed. You need to like he's doing too much for someone who should be guaranteed dead, right? So
here I accidentally take a tower shot, I think, or something.
Here
takes damage.
You should recognize there's no way to kill this guy. If he plays perfectly and you two play perfectly, you guys lose.
Okay.
So it always comes back to the whole plan. Okay, play to live. This is my mindset. I play to live until I can make a plan, and then I execute that plan. But if I can't make a plan, I don't do anything. I literally do nothing. I literally just stand around. Like, have you seen my Teamfight breakdown example?
Yeah, I have.
Yeah, like the Lucian one. I literally had no idea what to do, so I didn't do anything. That's what I'm trying to teach, is that if you cannot figure out anything to do, don't do anything until you see it. That's when you see. When you see it, that's when you do it. That's when you go.
Okay.
So I think that was the idea here. Also, don't get greedy. Just like kill this guy, pretty much. Yeah. What I really wanna. I think what will really help you is, for sure, is only fight when you have everything figured out.
Okay.
Because I think a lot of your deaths are a result of, like, you can hit them, but you shouldn't hit them, kind of thing. Just because you can doesn't mean you should.
I see.
Like, you're not even doing that, like 3-3-1. Like, it's not even that bad. But if you want to beat everyone in your rank, this is how you do it. This is good. This is good. Farming is very good on Twitch, right? You don't you remember if you're playing like a late game scaler, all you want to do is just winning is just sitting and farming. Like going even in lane or even losing lane is considered winning. As funny as it sounds. Also, looks like this is gonna go well. Okay, double flash. That's fine. Okay, wow. Okay, this guy got hooked. Okay, nice flash. Nice flash. I think you still die though, unless you get away with your heal. Yeah, I don't know. Heal cancels Twitch invisible, so that's actually really stupid. So the reason why you die here.
Vision ability, though. Yeah.
This is just like I just don't see how you can kill them. Is the thing, right? You can do a lot of damage to this guy, but if he walks back to his tower, you can't physically kill him, right? So I would have held on to my ult here. You can't depend on this Talia walking forward. I don't think. If you had waited to open up, I think that would be a lot better. Like, right? He even turned around. So I don't know. It's like it's kind of hard. It's like not easy to. It's not clear what is right because this keeps turning into a 3v3, so it's not clear cut. But
we just play live.
Yeah, exactly. Unless you have the plan, right? And I mean, your flash was like pretty good. You dodged the heck remote, but you guys still lose. I think you could have turned this. If this Hecarim's gonna come out, like if this is silver, this Hecarim's gonna come out and kill this Blitzcrank no matter what, right? So when he goes for the Blitzcrank, you go for him. Yeah, it's kind of a hard game to teach from, I think. At a silver rank, it's like super advanced. I don't know. Sorry, it's like pretty much you just gotta plan for the worst case scenario. This is like so dumb because this Hecarim's always here, right? But that's like the worst case scenario. Like that's why when in SoloQ someone picks Eve, everyone's like, dude, fuck this guy because Eve, like you always have to assume Eve is there, right?
Yeah.
So I think playing to live.
Yeah, here I die. It's so stupid.
Yeah, that's so dumb. This is again playing to live, right? Like going for this farm is like you want to farm, right? Your goal is to farm, but the worst case scenario isn't this ghost thing. Like I would not have expected these ghosts, but the worst case scenario is that Talia makes this wall, and then you die because you can't get over the wall, or something like that. And if your support is roaming, I always sit at my tower or sit in such a way I cannot die no matter what. Because I know my support's over here, and I don't know where their jungler is. Something like that. This is just like it's pretty much no matter what you do, you cannot die. And so once you get into mindset, when you start dying to things, when you're in that mindset, you can start writing it down and being like, all right, now I know that I can die in these situations. I'll stop doing that. Like, for example, when I started writing down what I was dying to, I found out that I died most of my times. I died trying to help my team. So when my team did something stupid, I tried to help, I died. I was like, all right, no more helping my team. The second thing I died to was chasing people. So I found out that after tallying up all my deaths, the second thing I died to most was chasing people. So after that, I stopped chasing people.
I actually have a sticky note thing, and I write down my deaths as well.
Okay, that's good. That's good. That's very good. The next step is focusing on your deaths right before every game. You look at the top thing you die to, and you say, I forget when I go into game, right? I start playing and I forget what the goal is. So the way I help myself remember is I'm not gonna die to ganks. I'm not gonna die. And I say it like 1,000 times. Like up until laning starts, I say I'm not gonna die to ganks. And then every time I remember, I say it. I'm like I'm not gonna die to ganks. And I think that might help you as well if you ever have trouble doing that. So yeah, like look, this Ezreal knows this Cassiopeia is here and he like dies. That's if you can avoid doing stupid stuff like that, then you're much better than the other guy already. Yeah, I don't know why he died. So here, when I see this, I would say push mid because your mid laner is already bought, so he's gonna push this out or whatever. But he's already gonna take out this farm. And unless you guys are going for the tower, which I think you guys aren't because Hecarim's. I mean, you could go for the tower. I think you should defend the mid tower. Actually, it's kind of hard to tell. because Hecarim can dive you mid. Actually, no. I think going bot here is fine. Only in this case, though. I'm just trying to think, like, what's the safest option, right? So mid is probably not a safe option.
There's Syndra, and I'm scared of one shot.
Yeah, Syndra and Hecarim, so there's no way you can defend mid. There's also no way you can go for the tower because Hecarim can one-shot you as well. So whenever you're hitting or defending a tower, you have to think about what could go wrong. So before you hit a tower, before you defend the tower.
Okay.
Like towers trigger me now. Like I'm not even kidding. Like when I see a tower, I'm like, all right, what can go wrong if I hit this, or what can go wrong if I defend this? So when I see this, I see a tower, I'm like triggered. I'm like, all right, jungle can come kill me. So that's what I'm thinking when I see this. If I haven't seen Hecarim on the other side of the map, I'm assuming he's even if you have a ward there, he can run past that ward. Like you know how Hecarim is. That shit is so dumb. He can just run past that and then kill your ass. So that's what I'm thinking right now. Is that this Hecarim comes out. But I think he went top instead. So you always assume until you see them. So the fact that your team dies here has nothing to do with you. If they kill themselves, that's their fault, right? So don't worry about that. If you do worry about that, don't worry about that. Okay, looks like you kill this guy. Let's watch this from the beginning.
I actually remember the cask.
This is good. I think there is no way to lose this, even if she lands everything. So I think this is a good plan, or a good fight to take. And then you immediately run away in case this Hecarim comes. Go back bot. This is fine. Going to farm is good. Is good. Right. Those like that was really good. Killing that Talia. Those are the kinds of fights you want. The kind of fight where it's impossible to lose no matter what they do. It's like, do you play chess at all?
Chess? Not really. No.
Okay, never mind. Bad analogy then. How about tic-tac-toe?
Yeah.
So if you're playing circle and they're playing X, it's impossible for you to lose, right? Because you can either win or tie if you play like a robot or whatever. So in tic-tac-toe, you say if they do this, I do this, right? So that's this League of Legends is tic-tac-toe with like a huge board and multiple players, all right? So if you can figure all those pieces out, you will win every fight, right? Circle and X. It's pretty much tic-tac-toe. This you just always have to be scared. Always have to be scared that Hecarim is here. That's why Hecarim is such a dumb champion in SoloQ. But okay, here you play. I would play patiently. I don't know what's going on yet. Don't fight unless it's planned out, right? So okay, this is good. I like this. Playing very safe. This is very good, right? Talia already missed their stuff. Malphite is okay. This is gonna work only if Cassiopeia lands something good. So here you wait until Cassiopeia gets here, because if you pop out now, Malphite ults you, Hecarim ults you, you can't do anything. If your team is dying and you cannot find a way to help them, don't help them.
Don't help them.
Yeah, exactly. That because that will get you killed more than anything else. It's kind of insane. Like if you watch pro play, you see like do you watch any pro play at all?
Yeah, some.
Like LCS or LCK. So like if you watch Keith, people will like shit on Keith all the time. Sometimes you might think it's not his fault, but it is, because he's trying to help when there's no way to help. Like yesterday I was watching Arrow play Ashe, and he died like 5 times because he was trying to help his team. Like if you don't have a clear plan on trying to help your team, you cannot execute on it. If you mindlessly help, it's never gonna work out. Even if it does, you didn't learn anything. And the whole goal is to try to improve, right? So when I see this, I'm like, dude, there's nothing I can do. So don't do anything. If they spam ping you, just mute them immediately. That's what I do. So it's very good that you're holding on to in the backline here. So I think opening up is fine here. Okay, yeah, that's what I was afraid of, the Hecarim ult. So unless you can kill this guy, okay, good. Perfect. Exactly, right? That's actually perfect, right? You're like, back it up here. If you think that after the Malphite ult and after pushing this Talia away, that if Hecarim ults you, you cannot lose, then you do this, right? That's perfect, right? This is 100%. This is 100% win. Tic-tac-toe. Like if he does this, I do this. Like that's what this is, straight up. Like now imagine if you did that for every single fight that possibly happened. It's like then you automatically win the game. But it's not. It's like no human can do that. So all we're trying to do is to get to that point as close as possible, right?
I see.
Like literally no one can do that every single game. Not even Faker. Okay, what's going on here? Okay, good. Yeah, see, you come out when after Syndra uses her ult, right? That's perfect example. Perfect example. Look at this. This is great. This is 10 out of 10. This is exactly what I want to see. All you gotta do, like, this shows that you can do it, that you can physically do it, right? Now all you have to do is
just do it every single time.
Exactly, make it perfect. And the way you do that is always make a plan. Always make a plan, and don't do anything unless the plan works out in your head. Don't do anything unless the plan is made. Because never. That's like why people say never play on autopilot or whatever.
Yeah.
And then once you can do like a plan for fighting, then you can start like making plans for everything else, like plans for back timing, plans for sieging a tower, plans for teleport ganks, right? And then, then you go from there. But first is planning for fighting. So here, this is like planning for backing, right? What's the plan here? You either back now and buy, or you're not backing because the enemy team's already back. Like the enemy team's already alive. So here, my thinking is I have to back now so I can be with my team, or I have like 8 seconds and then I have to back. 8 seconds to do something and I have to back, right? So that would be like planning to back. Right? Because you're already late to the party here, so to speak, because you backed a little bit too late. But I think it'll be okay in SoloQ. Oh, okay, what's going on here? Yeah, you let this guy die if he cannot be saved, right? Don't help a sinking ship. Okay, wow, this is looking really good now. Okay, you just wait for this hacker remote. Nothing you can do. This is perfect. Nothing you can do. Don't do anything. That's fine. 100% fine. It's good that you did not fight there, right? That's what I'm thinking. Like, there's actually nothing you can do. Here, this guy dies. Probably nothing you can do. Yeah, still. Push mid, that's fine. This is good. Cassiopeia went top, so that's okay. Here, I would not fight for this because you don't have your... I don't know. Actually, I don't know how many people are here, but I feel like there's no way you guys win this. If this Hecarim is killing this thing...
So I thought maybe we could get a pick or something.
Yeah.
But he's already done. Yeah,
how do you kill this Hecarim? Like, if you pop out and Blade the Ranking him, he can just walk away still, right?
Oh, yeah.
There's just no way. There's just no way. Is what I'm thinking. Try and envision it. Envision it in your head exactly how things will work out.
Okay.
Once you can do that and the game plays out to the way you envisioned it, that's when you know that you're a god. Pretty much. I guarantee you these 9 other players are not doing that. I can guarantee you that with like for every player you meet in SoloQ, like 99 out of 100 of them aren't like thinking about that. So you'll be better than all those people already. Yeah, good thing you backed out here. There's no way you can farm against a Malphite, right? What if he ults you, right? So nothing you can do. If something like this happens and you just spam ping your teammate to go, because if you go here and this Hecarim is missing and they just kill you, then it's like you can't do anything about that, right? So yeah, good. It's good that Clyde went there instead. This is okay, trying to farm. I'm a little bit scared when you try and farm this, but I think it turns out okay. Yeah. Okay, let's keep going. Here, the whole game plan is wait for a blitz hook, right? So this is good. This is good. Looks very good to me. Looks very good. Looks very good. Nice. Very good. Very good. Wow. Okay, perfect. Now you kill the Hecarim. There's nothing they can do against you. Okay. Very good. Very good. It's like, yeah. That was. I could not have played that better myself. So. That's exactly what I want to see. Look at this. You just did it like 3 times in a row.
I think it's easier for me in fights because like I know everyone's there. It's gonna be 5v5. But in lane, I keep forgetting about the jungler coming.
Okay. Fair. Yeah. In that case, just like worry about what's the worst that could happen. I like how you go for the tower. This is perfect. Literally, the last 5 minutes of the game, I could not have done better myself. All right. So that is very good. It's very good.
Okay.
Don't tell yourself you can't do it, because you could definitely do it. It's easy fix. Yeah. Here, I think you go top. Oh, okay, never mind. Something's going on bot, so going to help could be okay. Okay, yeah. Here you go top, because there's nothing you can do here. You shouldn't let your jungle, if you can help it, try and get as much farm as you can. All you want to do is scale. Also, let's back it up. If we want to talk about builds,
Mhm.
It matters when you needed to build a Last Whisper and you don't have one.
Okay.
You need a Last
Yeah.
Whisper because the general rule of thumb right now is if they have 1.5 armor items, you need a Last Whisper. So, for example, 1.5 armor items. So, Ninja Tabbies is half an armor item. Glacial Shroud is half an item. Armor item. Sunfire or this Gauntlet, these are both one item. Randuin's is one item.
Okay.
Thornmail is one item, right? So here, this is 2.5. So the instant someone on their team has 1.5, you probably need 9 times out of 10 you need a Last Whisper.
Okay.
Yeah.
So instead of going for the I go for Last Whisper first.
Yeah, if you have to stop building an item in the middle of that item, you do it, right? Sometimes
Okay.
I'll be like going for Phantom Dancer. I'm like, shit, I need a Last Whisper. So I will finish the Zeal and then build a Last Whisper immediately.
Okay.
Right? Something like that. Or if you're in the middle of building like an Infinity Edge, right? And then you're like, oh, wait, I need a Last Whisper. You like sit on the BF sword or whatever. Okay, yeah. See here, I'm like, tower triggers me. You can't defend the tower. I see no way to defend the tower, so I don't. This is good.
Okay.
This is good. Very good. So Cass goes forward. She stuns this guy, whatever, flash. There's no way to win this fight in my head. I cannot see a way, so I will still wait before doing anything,
Okay.
right? This guy's just gonna kill himself, right? Perfect. Now you just sit in the back, right? He killed himself. That's fine, dude. You let your team do that shit. It's whatever. That has nothing to do with you. So as long as you're not making any mistakes, you should be happy. So when you see this is instant win. If you can capitalize it immediately. So when I see him stun, my plan is we gotta kill the Syndra immediately. When he comes out of stun, Malphite's gonna ult me, so I flash this way. Then I'm gonna Blade the Ring King the Hecarim and heal away into the tower. That's what I'm thinking right now. So you kill the Syndra, you bait the Malphite ult, and then you do 1,000,000 damage to Hecarim because he's chasing you. So that's my thought process right now. So first thing is oh wow, okay, they just go for you immediately. No Malphite ult though, so that's interesting. So yeah, pretty much that's the way you have to play. Alternatively, you can say something like you aim someone that's not Syndra. I guess fine too. But let's watch this again. I don't think this should have worked, but he's because he missed is why this worked, right? So when you fight, right? This is just the thought process. What's gonna happen when I do this? That's what it boils down to.
Okay.
So if you ever panic flash, you should always consider that a mistake, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Okay, this is
Here,
looking good.
overchase.
So here, my thought process is, Blade the Ring King 1 auto kills Ezreal. You run away from everyone else because you can't keep chasing, and then you go invisible again until you find something. Unless you can like 3-shot one of these guys, but I don't think your items allow you to do that. So yeah, this is very scary to me because he can just kill you. Okay, yeah. So like if you're playing Syndra and you see Twitch do this, what do you do, right? That's actually the best way to think about it. If I'm playing, like if you have trouble against like Blitzcrank in lane, what I tell people is pretend you're the Blitzcrank. Now what do you want to do, right? So I pretend I'm the Syndra. I'm like, all right, throw everything at Twitch. That's what happens.
Yeah.
Damn, but those last few fights were pretty almost perfect. Pretty much. Like damn, pretty good. Okay, this is an interesting Baron. Okay, you know how I said about how towers trigger me? Like, what's the worst that can go wrong? All objectives trigger me. Blue buff, red buff, Baron, literally everything. So when I see this, I'm like, all right, can we kill this fast enough? Where do I stand? In case this goes wrong? And oftentimes, I'll even stop doing Baron and let my team like do whatever, and then join the fight. Right? Oftentimes, I'll like if I think I'm in the pit and I'll die trying to do Baron, I won't be in the pit. So I don't really know how many people are alive, but I think you can do this because Syndra's here. So here, if you think you can finish it, you sit inside the pit on this side where they can't hurt you, and know that the Baron spikes are going to do damage to you. But you want to run away from the Syndra Hecarim. If you think you can't finish it safely, you sit over here, away from any possible engage. Here, I think it's not possible to finish it safely. Syndra is already here and Hecarim's on the way. So if they focus you, you cannot live no matter what you do. So here, I'll be sitting here and use my ambush.
Okay.
This is like a very dangerous spot in my opinion. Right. So yeah. Okay. Ambush. Good. This is good. And then, wow. What the hell? Everyone left the pit, but that's fine.
I think they try to get a pick.
Yeah, they should continue doing Baron until they come in. This is very bad now. So now, this is damage control. I don't think you can win this fight. You just try and do the best you can. And the most important thing is that you do not die.
Okay.
I see a teleport here. There's no way these guys are gonna fight off this Heck Room.
Yeah.
Syndra, this guy has no mana, no ult. Syndra is like off doing whatever. Ezreal's coming in. There's no way you guys win this fight. So if you recognize that you cannot win a fight, you just run. You run like hell.
We could win this fight.
Okay. Oh, if you can pick this guy, it's possible.
Yeah.
So the plan here is that you just sit on top of him and ult him and play the Rain King, and as long as he doesn't arcane shift flash, you win. So the way you prevent wasting your ultimate to his arcane shift flash is that you don't use it. What I did not know this until I watched Imp and Def do this. They don't use their ultimate until this guy uses his escape ability, and then they use it, so they have more time on their ultimate. Unless you need the ultimate damage to kill this person.
Okay.
I think that you don't.
So do I just walk into like on top of him?
Yeah, you just walk on top of him, auto attack, and then as long as you don't think you die to like his response, can he kill you? Is it possible for him to kill you? Like, can he Q or flash ult you or something like that? As long as you determine that it's not possible for you to lose without your ultimate, you don't use it. Oh wow.
I think my damage foresight isn't too good right now, but yeah.
That's clean. That's very clean, right? Perfect.
Yeah. But then the team.
There's no way to, when I see this, no way to win this, you run away.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you cannot see it, you don't do it. So here I would just use Q. I would hit this guy maybe, but probably not even do that. Use Q and run away. That way you can prevent their Baron. It's possible to prevent their Baron because as long as you're alive, they have to worry about you, right? And if you want to analyze this case, since you're alive and they do not do Baron fast, you can always threaten their backline because their front line's tanking Baron, right?
Yeah.
So the priority is always keeping yourself alive, especially as AD carry. But honestly, on any role, you just never want to die on any role.
So for a situation, I saw the Ezreal kill and I thought I could kill him and turn the fight and we'd somehow win, but I didn't expect them to do damage to our team. So I kind of panicked. Yeah.
In this case, what you should be thinking is not can they kill my team, but rather can you kill them? Like, what is the plan here? Can you? How many auto attacks do you get? You need like 15 auto attacks to kill this guy.
Yeah.
In the worst case scenario, that is the worst case scenario. How much time do you have to do that? You have like 3 seconds to do that. Not even. They have like 2 seconds to do that. So this is not possible. That's how I think of it. If it's not possible, I run. Always playing to live. So yeah, it's just always play to live until you see it in your mind's eye. It's very good that you picked that Ezreal though. That was really good that you recognize that because a lot of players don't like recognize when they can kill people. So if you want to like, if you said something about like you didn't know how much damage you did, right? That's just like playing more, and then you get to these three items, and you play like 1,000 fights, or not 1,000 fights, maybe like 50 fights. You'll like know how much damage you do.
Okay.
So like on Twitch, when you have IE Runans, you can threaten the backline. But if you don't have IE Runans, you can't 6-shot them, right? When I say threaten, I mean you can you can kill them without them being able to do anything about it, right? So if it's a Syndra and she tries, and you have IE Runans and it's like level like 6 or something, like not level 6, but like whenever you finish that item spike, and she can't kill you with ult, then when you pop out and you throw a cask on her and you auto attack 6 times, you flash her stun, you win, right? That's what I mean by threaten the backline. So when you pop up on top of this Ezreal, I see you have 3 items, and he has no armor. I know you can threaten this guy because he has no way to win. So for Twitch, it's like 2 items, and then Last Whisper helps you kill tanks, and then 3 items with Static Shiv is like very threatening on the back line, and then anything beyond that is like you can almost win the game by yourself. Yeah, that's why Twitch is super dumb, but not easy to play because it's pretty much tic-tac-toe, 4D tic-tac-toe, 100 by 100 board. So I think clearing top is fine, but okay. When your team does something stupid, you can't win this. Maybe you sit here and auto attack, but honestly, when I'm seeing this, unless I see the play, don't do anything. right?
My
Unless
initial,
you
my
see.
initial thought here was also like I see them clumped up, I kill tanks, but then Malphite ults,
I do
and
this. I do
then
this.
tech ults.
I do
Yeah.
this as well. You see, you feel like there's a way to win. You feel like you should be able to hit them all because they're all clumped up. But
Yeah.
it's like like I can't do this yet, but you have to be able to pick out your targets when they're clumped up.
Hmm.
Like this is still the same thing. Like can you see it in your mind's eye what's gonna happen when you come out? So when I see this, I'm like, what is my target here? This Syndra's at max range. Can I kill her by the time she gets out of stun? No. And then can I dodge this stuff? So the way I'm thinking about this right now is if they ult me, I can QSS one of the ults and still hit this Syndra, is what I'm thinking. But I think that there's no way. This is a low chance. This is a low chance for victory here. So I would just keep going around until I find a better opportunity, right? Don't pop out just because you can hit people. Honestly, it's like it has to be very calculated, very calculated. Like if you walked around here and then flanked the Talia, Ezreal, and Syndra, you could have killed all three of them, and then these tanks have no flash, so you just ambush and run away.
Okay.
Right. Also, you just have no last whisper, so this is very awkward.
Yeah.
So
Itemization.
anything after this point is a rip because I don't think you should have ambushed out of here. Like this, you got the Syndra, but that's only because he like killed himself. If that makes any sense, he walked up without thinking. So yeah, it's like Twitch is not easy to play. So it's very hard, but you just have to keep practicing at making a plan. And once you've practiced it enough times, you will find yourself making better and better plans every time. Until the point where all of your plans are like 100% victory. Wait, let's watch this. So when I see this, I'm like, you want to defend the Nexus, you got to kill the Ezreal.
Yeah.
So I would only pop out when I can hit the Ezreal. I think flash was unnecessary, but in the heat of the moment, I think it's okay. Because you're like, you got to defend this thing.
Yeah. I was really scared.
Okay, get Baron. Nice, nice, nice. So you have 4 items. You're very threatening to the backline. That's what I'm thinking right now. You can almost one-shot the backline people. So
Should I be trying to look for the opportunity to flank their backline?
yeah,
Or should I just be like sitting back and pew-pewing?
you always want to look for the opportunity, but unless their tanks kill themselves, right? Usually I just save my ult to kill the backline, and use your cask on top of their front line once they've used their ultimates. In this case, once they've used their ultimates, you throw a cask on them, they can't do anything. Hecarim runs at you, you Blade of the Ranking him, you kill him faster, and he kills you. That's a tic-tac-toe solved. Now you versus the backline, what you need to do is who is the biggest threat, and the biggest threat is CC, right? It's always going to be CC. So who has CC? This Talia, the Syndra.
Yeah, and Syndra.
So you don't worry about this Ezreal. What you do is if he has no hourglass, you aim him, or if he has no hourglass, you aim him. But it's impossible to 1v3 because you only have one flash, and one flash counters Syndra ult or Talia W, right? Or not even just Talia W, all of Talia's stuff. So you need to wait for one of them to use their main ability. So if Syndra is focusing someone else on your team, you kill Talia immediately, and then you aim Ezreal if you think Ezreal is a bigger threat than Syndra, right? So that's how you should be thinking these fights as Twitch.
So just like kind of assassin oriented mindset.
Yes. The best value you can get out of your ultimate is killing a carry, right? But if you can kill a tank, if you can see that you can kill a tank immediately, you do that, right? More often than not, you will find yourself killing the closest guy. But if you can find the flank, go for it.
So like, would this include, let's say they engage, and so I stealth and go around the fight and then start like ulting them from the backline?
Yes, that is actually the most oftentimes Twitch will get his best team fights is when an engage happens and you play super patient until you can see that you can just like kill someone in the backline, and then you just play from there, right? Oftentimes that is what you'll find yourself. That's the situation you'll find yourself in.
So here, like I was just thinking of we're not here, but there's a team fight later, which happens, where like I'm just thinking of like hitting their tanks and thinking that I could shred them potentially, but then that doesn't turn out well. So I think maybe if I use the sort of assassin mindset more during that fight, I probably could have turned it. But yeah, we'll see when we get to the fight.
Yeah. The important thing is that when you're either going for their back line or their front line, is that the most important thing is that you don't die no matter what happens.
Okay.
No matter what option you pick, you don't die. And then out of all those you don't die options, you pick the best one there is, right?
Okay.
So let's see what's going on here. Here, sometimes you can start a fight as Twitch, but in this case you can't because there's too many things to watch out for. Talia ult, Hecarim ult, Malphite ult, Syndra stun. There's too many things to watch out for. So my mindset is I wait for a fight to happen, and then I look for the best plan. I make like a bunch of plans, or somewhat make a bunch of plans, and I pick the best one that doesn't end up with me killing myself. Hopefully. Okay, a fight breaks out. So you're looking for the best possible value. And you usually want to wait for Malphite and Syndra ult. Okay, hold on, what's going on? Malphite ult.
So here I see the Malphite ult.
Malphite
I know Hecarim's gonna go in.
So when I see this, you cannot kill this guy fast enough. He has GA. But you can kill all these guys in the back line super fast. So as long as you QSS the Hecarim ult, you can lifesteal past his damage. As long as you're
So would you like run past this fight?
Yeah, I would be right here. I'll be right here.
Oh, okay.
If this Malphite had ult, I would not do this unless I had flash and I wanted to flash a Malphite ult and I could still win.
Okay.
But once you see this is the freest backline because their tanks can't peel. You can killing Hecarim is justified here though. I think, if you can kill this guy, I hope you can kill this guy.
Ult.
Oh yeah, he has GA. So this is just when you see this is honestly like a sad scenario because your team killed themselves. You just have to play the best you can. So if the only plan you can come up with is killing their front line's GA, that's fine. It's just that if you want to get super advanced with Twitch, I don't think you need to do that yet. You can look for you can start to recognize that you are gonna lose this game unless you save it, and you can't save it just by killing their tanks. Usually, if you kill their front line, that's good. But in this case, it's not good enough. So what I'm seeing here is you got to kill everyone in the back line and then run away and defend the Nexus from their tanks. Yeah, like usually 9 times out of 10 doing this is fine. 9 times out of 10 this is the correct option. This is a correct option. Say again?
But should I pop my ult here though? No, right?
If you think you need it,
my ult, then I can
yeah. Saving your ult is very good. If you think you needed to kill this guy fast enough, which I don't think you did, you should save it. But you cannot win. You cannot. It's just your team through. But it's just like, what could I have done better, kind of thing. Right? Your team through, but what could I have done better? This is definitely not your fault. But if you wanted to learn from this example, it's that if you need to, in order to win, you needed to get this amount of value, then you go for that option, because you're gonna lose anyways. So I think you stayed alive. So this is it's actually still possible to save the game because you're alive. That's why I always say you play to live, because you can always do something if you're alive. So here, if you go invisible and you run at them before they can get to your inhibitor, they won't expect it. So Juani starts tanking their whole team, and then you kill someone from the back.
Okay.
That's what I'm thinking right now. But
it's too late.
It's too You can't let them. The inhibitor is the same as your Nexus because you have no towers.
Okay.
So, here it's just not possible to win. It's like whatever. Your team through. This is a good try, but if they go on you, there's nothing you can do, and it's just unfortunate. So I think it's still I think what you should take from this session is number one, your default plan is to live no matter what, right? So you play to live in every option. Number two is plan your fights. Every time you touch someone, even if it's during a trade, you need to know when you're going to back off or if you're not going to back off. Like if this happens, I don't back off. If this happens, I do back off, right? Even if you touch someone, it doesn't matter. And if you don't want to think that much, then the best option to do is place the safest option.
Okay.
Right? So play to live, right? Plan everything in your head. right? And I think those are honestly the two biggest things you should be focusing on your next game, right? In your next game, I think you should think to yourself, no matter what happens, I'm not gonna die. Anytime you're around an objective or trying to hit someone, no matter what happens, you're not gonna die. And then once you can do that, you figure out, all right, now that I never die in every fight, what's the best I can possibly do, right? If I come out here, what are they gonna do? What am I gonna do? Do you have any questions, or do you want to review anything from what we just watched?
I think that was pretty comprehensive.
Right, cool. If you have any further questions, I am always down to answer on Discord.
Okay.
I am certain that you can get out of this rank, and also one day I hope I can play on the Japan server because that would be pretty cool.
This is actually my Smurf. I have another account on NA.
Oh.
I'm actually a support main.